The first thing you notice when you see this nigga is just the artwork on his face. So I'm gonna tell you right now, you know what that mean. You know what that mean. That mean he don't give a good goddamn. He don't care what she do. He trending because of her. Okay, I mean at least that's what I think it is. I don't know. 'Cause, this shit don't make no damn sense. That listen, clout chasing or clout security is the only thing that makes any of this make sense. But anywho, I wanted to this is to kind of link the two topics. So I wanted to share this shit from academics, and I love how he actually phrased this last part. I'm gonna try to get right to it, right, real quick. Hold on, I think it's here.
He just up his eyes. I'm not. By the way, I'm not.
All right, so he was reacting to
She goes,
footage of her.
feeling
This is
basically
Jania.
picking up the. You could lose
Damn,
your
where's it
job.
at? So this all right, but here we go. So this is Jania. Jania is young boy's baby mother, right? And apparently, now listen, I'm an old nigga now, so I don't know about all the happenings and going ons of NBA young boy. I mean, I know niggas like young boy, but I didn't know how big young boy was. Pause. How come ain't no Drake and young boy? Anyway, so I didn't know how big of an artist young boy was. So apparently this nigga is a superstar to these young niggas. So shout out to him, right? So footage popped up of Jania at the nigga concert, turning up at the concert and everything. And what academics is speaking to is this is authentic. This is authentic affection and adoration, right? And I spoke on this the other day about Mr. Murray, the Dejounte Murray, and he spoke on his frustrations about her, and what he was basically was saying was like, listen, I have been supporting this girl. I've done this, I've done that. Basically, he's invested a lot of money into the relationship, and also, I mean, I'm not that familiar with these people because they're very young, right? But at the same time, he has a child with her as well, right? And the post that he put up, which we're going to see in a second, we looked at it the other day too. The post talks about, listen, in so many words, why are the fans coming at me for not wanting my girl to be out and about as if she's single? And that's one of the biggest problems that men have in this era is that they think they can buy their way out of who a woman really is, or they can pay her enough to not be herself, right? Not only that, and I get it, he's a young guy, but there's too much information out there for you to think that you're going to get with NBA young boys BM and have you a happy ending. Listen, to a certain degree, men can be very arrogant and very delusional. There was absolutely no reason for you to ever believe that you can turn Jania into your wife. Don't get me wrong. This is what I mean by over managing. Women had to be careful to not over imagine and fly into the sky, and men had to be careful to not over manage, where you try to manage or control something that you do not have the leadership skills or the know how or the know how to actually handle. So I always use the analogy of the car, right? So yeah, maybe changing the tire, maybe changing the oil, because these are all things that just require a few steps. It's not really a complex system that you're taking apart. But radiator, okay, or even the cooling system. The cooling system is multiple parts to it, right? So you would have to be more careful with how you put that together, and that would require more of a professional. Like brake pads, again, those are simply like those are simple pieces to take off and put back on. Almost anyone could do that with, with some tools and a little bit of know-how, right? But again, troubleshooting, fixing an actual engine, no, that requires a different level of know-how and shit like that, right? So that's how men have to know how to not overmanage. So what men will also do, and maybe it's a little bit of delusion, because let me tell you something right now. Also, men do this shit where they'll let hope take over. Because a lot of what keeps men in relationships and gets them into relationships is the hope that the woman's telling the truth, that the hope that the woman's gonna hold them down. Because at some point, he talked to her about basically, what do you want out of life? Do you want to be together as a family? And she made him feel as though she wants to have a family. And here she is out and about. And the reality is this, bro. You gotta allow women to be who they want to be. This right here, Dejounte Murray, this is someone who's listening to you Andrew Wilson ass niggas, who listening to these faith based influencers who are telling you that God's coming to save your marriage, or God's or they want how can I say, they basically want church and state to come back together to enforce women to be good wives and be traditional and create social pressure and all this type of shit. Andrew Wilson actually told Coach Greg that there are going to be pastors who can come into the house and pressure a woman to give their husband sex, and that's going to be an available solution. And I'm like, damn. But what so Coach Greg pointed out that he was getting awfully close to suggesting that basically you marry a 12 and 13-year-old, because again, we start talking about virgins, and we start talking about, all right, at what age is a woman likely to be a virgin still? Yo, you gonna have to start going down pretty young. You want to start going down to 14, 15, right? So getting a virgin, an attractive virgin, is not realistic, and it's not something you should hope to even find, right? But not only that, having religion play, I guess you could say like an intervention type of thing. I'm sorry, having a religious entity intervene into your relationship, that's awfully like the Mormon culture. And to a certain degree, not even to a certain degree, in cultures like that, the women are forced into those relationships. At the end of the day, we talk about keeping it play. We talk about when a man is and when a man isn't. Yo, one thing that my ego cannot take, don't get me wrong, you don't gotta be head over heels and love me and nothing like that, but I don't want to be with no woman who really don't want to give it to me. You understand? And at that point, y'all will become the kind of men who don't care if the girl don't want you. You know what I'm saying? Rather than responding by upping your game and taking the leverage back, because that's the next part of it is when you up your game. It's not about her approving of you. No, when you up your game, you'll have more leverage. But all right, so this is it right here.
YB. You could tell. Crossed over. Getting from the free throw line by that nigga who looked like he belonged in Space Jam. Wimpy, y'all violating this nigga, man. Wait, are they on the same team? I can't. Anyway, fuck that. The point is this. You can't even look at her the same.
Here we go. I heard this right here. Boom.
He turned up. I got outside doing all that ratchet shit. Now, granted,
I think this is multiple pictures of her at multiple concerts for YB. Fam, this shit look crazy. No, absolutely not. My nigga, listen. If your ex is a rapper, you're not going to his concert and getting right up front. This is fucking crazy. This shit look crazy, bro. She's like, she has a whole new man. She's had a child by this man and everything. And here she is in YB's face. That shit, listen, you can't stop the shining. We keep telling y'all niggas, no one's coming to save you. Boss the fuck up. Get your life together. Choose better. Who you think you are? And you know what? Academics is going to get into a really important point about, bro, you signed up for this shit. Like, it's like, what do you think you're doing? Who do you think you are? But like I was saying before, it is the culture to build up black men's tolerance and palate for disrespect. That's because you got to realize that a lot of other things have to happen before things go so far that these people live together. They have children together, right? And they have a life together. There were a bunch of red flags that any intelligent man could see, but he more than likely she got him with the hope that, well, he had the hope that she would improve and that she would up her game. That's not how women move. Women do not self-correct that way, bro. Okay? That's a point in life that men come to. And then men spread that to other people. When he self-corrects, when he levels up, he goes around and he spreads the story of, yo, like for example, let's say weight loss, right? Like, yo, I used to be, like I always tell people, yo, I used to be over 300 pounds, bro. I used to be like 320. Like, I look at my old like license and whatnot. Now, I still got a big ass face, but the way I know that my face was way bigger, yo, my eyes look mad small, look like unnaturally small, like real beady, because my face was too big for my eyes. You understand me? So anyway, but going back to the whole self correction thing, I always speak on that, and of course, I'm getting tired of saying 30, 40 pounds. But, so I got another about 25 pounds to go for me to make the content look how it needs to look, for me to have all my neck muscles out and shit. You know what I mean? Gotta lose about 25, 30 more pounds. I mean, I lost a few pounds, but I gotta lose about 30 more to really, really be in my bag and for shit to look how it need to look. You understand me? God, you know what? Shit. What? They got Diddy. Come on, man. They got Diddy.
Goddamn, they got Diddy. I used to look.
You understand? Anyway, let me finish playing this clip. So, this is some burning desire for your ass, nigga.
I don't know if you guys know their history. They were together for a long time. But she's another man's girl now, right? However, she went here. She popped out to some clubs. And people couldn't figure out, look. Now let me tell you, and this is me ad-libbing. It been nothing but drama up in that crib. Let me tell you this. Whenever you see a girl around the type of nigga she really want, that's just a bitter taste. Pause. Whenever you see your girl around the nigga she really want, you can't even look at her the same way. Because it's a difference. You can see it from night and day. You know how she had fun with you. And when you see her with the nigga she really wanted, it's a different type of fun. It's a different type of fun, gang. So, Dejounte Murray was probably on a back-to-back road game.
Speak on it. Damn.
Crossed over.
Damn.
Getting dumped off from the free throw line by that nigga who looked like he
The whole show in Chicago with the bean out. First.
violating this nigga, man.
With the bean out.
Wait, are they on the same team? I can't tell. Anyway, fuck that. The point is this. When he get back to the hotel, he got ice wrapped around his legs because he's sore as a motherfucker. He's looking up on the gram and he's seeing his future wife and baby mama having lustful eyes.
Wow, fucked your homegirl last night. They pull out, homie. What's up, homie?
You could tell she want to shake ass so bad. Look. He know. Now, I'm gonna tell you my theories make sense. Jania was in no. Am I messing it up? No, wasn't it Dejounte? No, that might have been Drea. They were in the club. By the way, there's another thing. Yo, she looking at him like a proud baby mom. So, okay, I think that was the Dre shit. It's the same shit. Anyway, now people started speculating. And I've always said, I'm impressed by how NBA players carry themselves with women. There's only a few NBA players that move really sloppy with women. James Harden's one of them. Like, James Harden is fucking whatever random thought in Houston tonight. And that's how basketball players move. If you realize the amount of rappers who get exposed as opposed to basketball players, yes, there's going to be a Zion, like a big W every so often. But a lot of these guys, they know that their brand and the company they work for, they're not rappers. So if you have a lot of women saying random stuff about you, you could lose your job. So they're a little bit better at vetting women, right? However, it appears that Dejounte looked like people started getting under his skin, and he wrote up a whole long soliloquy. Y'all got to see this. Dejounte addresses. Looked like they finally got him to, they got him to break, right? Because everybody's saying, yo, why she hit, and he wanted to let people know, listen, this ain't me. He said the fact that y'all went from, she changed and living a great life and got away, then boom, he only mad because she outside, because that's what people were saying. So people were very happy when she left Youngboy and said, yo, we're glad you found a guy who's not gonna be on that thug shit, who who wants to make you a wife. He doesn't care if you have a kid. You know, all these bitches want a Russell Wilson. So they can't wait till another sucker comes in and basically is picking up the pieces on another man's safe game. So they thought that's what he wanted.
So I'm gonna stop it right there. So for the most part, what he's speaking to is that women will always create a scenario where they can strengthen their negotiating position. Because again, they look at it like a deal. It doesn't matter if you see it that way or not. They look at it like they making a deal with you. All right. And you need to negotiate the same exact way or have an idea of, okay, this is what I can tolerate. It's what I can't tolerate. It's what I'm willing to give and all that shit. Whereas for the women, for the most part, especially between black men and black women, we've gotten to a point where the women want to negotiate a deal where they don't have to give anything. Okay. I'm just saying, like, listen, you see that clip that Summer Walker just went viral for, and she said, in so many words, she doesn't want to have sex anymore. She want to play with her toy, and a dude can give her some money. Okay, I'm just saying, bro.
This is what's being done out here. It's on a nightly basis. I hope the world can see now what's really going on out here, because it's getting ridiculous. It's really ridiculous. Yes, man. This is ridiculous, man. Ridiculous.
All right. Speaking of being ridiculous, let's go ahead and get into Aiden Ross trying to stand on business. Go ahead, Aiden. Go ahead, man. What's up, man? Talk.
Listen to this. 2021 plus, Drake's killing him. If it's 2010 plus, Drake's killing him. Kendrick's catalog is horrible. And y'all know I'm not